Mimi, that's not a toy. We got a second cat fountain for May and Mimi, so I decided to do a comparison video of both. I was looking for a second fountain for them because Mimi loves fountains and I wanted to have one in each room. I planned to get another pet Libro, but I wanted something with a more open spout. The other two pet Libro models had negative reviews with disconnecting issues and app issues. Since I've been having app issues with my pet Libro feeder, I decided to go for the same brand as my cat camera, Eufy. As usual, Mimi pretty much stuck to the fountain immediately. She especially loved the new spout, which she was able to drink out of more easily than our pet Libro model. May, as usual, was very confused by this new contraption. After about a week, May finally figured it out. And now, the two of them drink from it together. One of my decisions to pick this model was I looked at the video on Amazon on how to clean it and it looked very simple. I like that unlike the pet Libro, the cord is part of a base that disconnects completely from the fountain bowl when you go to clean it. The recommended time to change the filters is 2 to 4 weeks. You're basically supposed to remove the filter weekly to clean off any dirt or hair off of it. If it looks too nasty after 2 weeks, you replace it, otherwise you can keep going for another 2 weeks. This depends on how many fountains and cats you have in your house and how often they drink. In our case, Mimi drinks from both a lot, but May drinks a tiny bit every once in a while. Now let's talk about the pet Libro fountain. May was as usual confused by this fountain at first, but eventually came to like it. However, after we moved into the new apartment, she had barely been touching it. She was mostly drinking out of a regular water bowl instead. Only when we got Mimi, who took to it immediately, did May give it a second chance. I got this fountain initially because it was on sale and also looked very easy to clean. What we didn't realize was you were supposed to take apart the motor, and for a long time we hadn't cleaned it and had discovered all the gross stuff that had accumulated in there. The motor also has a piece that you cannot take apart and it's really difficult to clean inside of it. I also really hate how the cord has to go through the fountain, so you have to either completely unthread it every time, or just kind of clean around it when you wash it. So now let's talk about the pros and cons of both. So for the pet Libro, the pros are it has decently priced filters and it is okay easy to clean, but it does have some annoying cables to deal with while you clean it. The cons are, of course, it has a small single stream spout and Mimi will frequently get water up her nose because of it. I mean, that could be just because she's a derpy baby, but who knows. The water tray is also very easy to spill because it's very flat and it's very shallow. So if you're carrying the fountain or your cats bump into it, expect spillage. And now for the Eufy. The pros are it's very easy to clean all the parts. It has a big open spout, and it's shaped in a way that makes it less prone to spills. Now the cons, and the biggest con of this entire fountain, is actually the filters. They're very, very expensive. So if you assume that you have to change a filter every 2 weeks, assuming you have full usage and it gets really dirty, that's basically $10 a month for filters. That's actually twice the price of pet Libros. So now I'm just, making sure that if the filter is still usable, we're not going to replace it. So overall, I think both are great fountains, and depending on your budget and number of cats, I think both can work. If budget is not a concern, I would personally recommend the Eufy one because I think the open spout is better and it's much easier to clean. That said, pet Libro's newer fountain models do have a similar spout and base as the Eufy, but they are a bit more expensive and their reviews on the wireless and app features are very mixed, so decide for yourself. If you found this video useful, please like and subscribe.